Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and this video will give you an overall idea about using LangChain in your applications and business scenarios. These topics are all covered in this one video, and if you are working on any custom project related to LangChain based solutions toward your business or any other automation you are doing with that, you can let me know on the WhatsApp or mail me on this email address to discuss about that, or you can fill out this form also. And all the source code used in the video is available on this link. All the links are in the description. Feel free to check that out. And okay, let's get started with the video. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and from this video we're gonna start a series on this LangChain framework of generative AI. So we're gonna use OpenAI in our Python environment. And if you are working on any custom project related to generative AI, Python or any other IT project, you can discuss it with me on the WhatsApp or mail, or you can fill out this form also. All the links included the source code are in the description. Okay, so let me just get started with it. You need two packages of Python. First is the LangChain. The second is OpenAI. OpenAI is obviously to use OpenAI LLM, chatgpt, right? And LangChain is to use that LLM in our Python framework. By the way, you can use LLM or this LangChain in the JavaScript also, but you have to do some steps for that. But we are gonna focus on the Python usage of this LangChain. Now the second step is to get the OpenAI key. So you can just search for OpenAI sign up and just sign up and get a key. That's really straightforward, and I hope you will not stuck with that, but you can always contact me if you get stuck. Okay, or just comment down below. Now the making or using the LLM in our Python needs to come from the LangChain. So we are importing that, and from the LLMs we are importing OpenAI, right? And within this OpenAI we can pass our OpenAI key. Or the other method, which can be confusing for some beginners, is to export this OpenAI into our operating system environment, right? So in the environment we can export that with this exact name, but this can be confusing, so we're gonna just paste this or pass this key into our LLM directly. We're gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it here. So first of all we are importing OpenAI, then LangChain, then key. So in this file I have a variable which is OpenAI key, and I have stored the key as a string in my Python file. I am importing that into our environment. Now I will import the OpenAI, and while building the model as a variable I will pass this OpenAI key into the model. Let me just execute that. So it is getting executed successfully. Now I can use this LLM into our Python framework. So I will say print. Now I am gonna use this LLM.predict. So what predict does is it takes input and it will give you back an output, just like using ChatGPT in their website, right? So I will just say what is the capital of Pakistan, yeah, and I will ask this question to the ChatGPT in our Python framework. Okay, so let's see. Yes, capital of Pakistan is Islamabad, so that's correct, and it is being answered by this LLM, which is in the backend using OpenAI chatgpt. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you are getting started with it, how you can use ChatGPT in the Python framework. And this is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next one. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and in this video we are uh, covering the concepts for chat models and how they are different with LLMs. So in the LangChain we have two language models. One of them, or one of kind, is the LLM, and the other is chat models. We will cover the difference between them in this video, and this is the second video in our playlist. If you are working on any custom project, you can let me know on the WhatsApp or mail to discuss about it, or you can fill out this form. Okay, let's get started with the today's topic. And I'm in the quick start of this LangChain documentation, and if we see the heading for LLMs, so here we get there are two types of models, LLMs and the chat models. LLM is really simple. It takes a string, it gives you back a string, a text, right? But chat models is what you can use for chatbots, right? Specifically specifying the role you are assigning to AI, right? So this can take a list of messages as role specified with them. So this is coming from system, this is coming from human, and what should be coming from AI. So these things can be specified in the chat models. But if you want to do it manually, you can always use the LLMs. So that's up to you. But we will cover this topic if maybe it will be helpful in some of these scenarios. Okay, so this is the previous tutorial, and we have covered how we can use ChatGPT in Python, right, with the LangChain. So I am just gonna copy this here. I will execute that. OpenAI key is already covered, and now what we will do is print this also. So now my LLM, I will create it using chat models. Okay, so let's see how we can create a chat model first. So if there is chat OpenAI, and we are importing it from chat models, yeah. So I will just copy paste this line, chat models here, yeah. And now my LLM will be created from a chatbot or chat model. If we just execute it with the same line, we will get the answer exactly the same, but the only difference is we'll get these two new line character in the OpenAI LLM, right? But in the chat OpenAI we get a clear message in the content, right, with the predict command. Okay, so now what we can do is specify the role between these messages. So let's see how we can use that. And in the chat models we have two methods to predict the text. One is the chat model dot let me see, yeah, predict messages, and the other is predict simple. We have used predict only for now, and now we will use predict messages. I will just copy this block of code to specify the human message. Let's see how they are trying to make sense here. So messages. Okay. So this is the type of output we are getting when we specify our role. So human message, content is this, and there are other feature of example also. We will cover that in some video so that we can specify example to the better understanding of AI. But for now, human message and the content is right. Now what we can do is create a scenario where we will let me write it down. I will specify my AI that it's as a good historian, and then we'll ask something about history from my AI, right? And the output will be AI message. So let's specify first of all to the AI that you are a good historian. So in the roles, what we can see here, we have a couple of roles: human message, AI message, then system message. This is what we are interested in. So let's copy that. Okay, copy, and yeah. This is the system message, and I will say system message is, by the way, this whole thing is I think it will be used to specify the usage or specify the scenario to the AI, right? So this will be helpful in some use cases, particular use cases. And I will say you are a good historian. Okay, so this is the system message I am passing to my AI, and I will copy this here. Content is system message. Let's print that. Yeah, so we are good. Content is you are good historian. Now let's create a human message. Where we can ask our AI some question about history. So I will say, who was Napoleon? Yeah, and now I can pass this human message as a human message, and content is equal to human message. Now finally let's print it out. System message is saying to the AI that you are a good historian, and human message is asking something to that AI, right, to our model. Now let's execute this with the our AI. How we can do that? Oh my God. LLM dot predict messages, yeah, and in the messages I can pass out my messages. Okay, I think it should work, but let's see. Okay, It's taking some time, but you can see it is giving me a content, and where this content is coming from is the AI message. I have to store it into a variable. Let's do that. Output, I will say from AI, because this is exactly that. And I will say where output from AI. Okay. Yeah, so this is the AI message, and the content is our answer from the AI. So that's how you can specify your roles as the system or human, or there are other roles also. You can check out the documentation, but this is it for the chat models. And the next topic we will cover is prompt templating, where we can use variables in our prompt. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next video. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and welcome to the LangChain series. And today we will cover the topic of prompt templates. And before that, I want you to know, if you are working on any custom project, you can let me know on the WhatsApp or mail to discuss about that, or you can fill out this form. All the links are in the description. So let's see why we have to use this prompt template. So they are saying, if you are uh, dealing with something where you have variables and you have to pass them into the prompts, then you can use prompt templates. This lets you describe the variables which you have to use within the prompt, and then assigning the values with this format method. Okay. Let's see. The topics we have covered before is GPT in the Python, then LLM versus chat models, and now prompt templating. Cool. In the first tutorial, what we was doing is using LLM to tell us what is the capital of the country. Now let's use this example and use some variable in that, right? So this country we are hard coding in the as the Pakistan, but now we will make this as a variable. Let's see how we can use that. First, let me import some okay, yeah, and now I will copy my template into this one, and this thing will be converted into a country variable, and this country will be whatever I will specify the value. So for now I will leave it as Pakistan, and let's see the result now. So I will update my prompt is the formatted prompt now, and if I see the result, what I will get is what is the capital of Pakistan. So this country is being evaluated as Pakistan. If I say India, it will be India, right? So let's see for Pakistan to verify the result, and I will do is just copy this, and LLM predict. Now instead of giving this hard-coded value, I will just say my prompt, which is being formatted as, right, as a variable. Now let's see. Okay, I think it is still India. So India, the capital of India is New Delhi, but the Pakistan is Islamabad, right? Yeah. So you can see how we can change the variables value easily with this prompt template thing. But to be honest, I can just do that with the normal string formatting. let me show you how I can do that. If I just copy this as the whole, I can just create a variable there. As a Python programmer, I can always do these shortcuts, right? But LangChain has their own methods of doing certain things. I'll say Pakistan, and what is capital of, I'll make it as a variable. It will do the same thing. Okay. Why it is not, let me show. Okay, replace country with the actual name, but I have done that. Let me see what I am missing there. Okay, so I just have to use this as f string, and I can do the same thing with this now. So if I change this to India, I can get the response of India. But in the documentation they are saying this will give you several benefits, advantages, where they are saying it. Okay, there was, yeah, so advantages of using these prompt templates are many over the raw string formatting which is being used here, right? But I haven't seen any benefit yet. Maybe in the this where you are specifying the roles, maybe there are some benefits, but I think this can be handled in the simple Python programming also. Okay, so next topic will be output parsers, and I will meet you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and in this video we will cover the topics of chains in LangChain. And if you are working on any custom project related to generative AI or Python or any other ML project, you can let me know on the WhatsApp or mail to discuss about that, or you can fill out this form. All the links are in the description. Let's get started with today's topic, chains. Okay, I am just creating a LLM, which is a chat model by the way, and you can check out this video if you want to know more about chat models and LLMs. Basically it is also a LLM in the overall run. Okay, now I have created this LLM. I can use this to ask anything with this LLM, right? But to understand the concept of chains, I want to specify a scenario. So what I want to do is I want to ask the capital of a country. I don't know if you are bored, but I want to keep this example going because it will make things easy in the longer run. I want to ask the capital of a country, and then I want to ask top 10 worth visiting places of that country, of that capital, whatever the AI will tell, right? So this is the goal. Let's see how chains can help us. But if you are a Python developer and you are wondering why you can't just simply store the result of first this output and then use that to make another prompt, that's totally fine because I also see it in the same way. But LangChain is providing us with something chains, and we can sequentially arrange them that first of all this will run, then whatever the output of this prompt, it will go into the second prompt as the input. So like this kind of chaining is inbuilt in the LangChain. So we have to use that. We don't have to use that, but we can use that. Okay. Let's start, guys. And one more feature which I want to show. Okay, in the chain is the verbose feature, which I really liked in the chain. I want to copy this. The template or the prompt will be the same. I will replace that. What is the capital of our country? So I will replace that with country, and this will be my input variable, which I can specify in the prompt template. Okay, and I'll keep it as 0.1. It will decide the randomness of my outputs. Okay, I think I have to exclude that because I have already created the LLM, and I'm good to go. Okay, prompt is ready. Now I can run the chain. So I will copy this and let me run it. So from LangChain .chains we are importing LLM chain. This is the first simple chain which you can import from the LangChain, and what it will do is it takes the input variable, which is this one here, and it will run the prompt, right? And one more feature which I can do is set the verbose equal to true, which will give us quite information about how execution is being done behind the scenes. Okay, and here I will say Pakistan. Let's run this. It should run. Okay, it is running, and you can see this pretty output which is saying you asked that and the answer is that. Finish chain, right? Okay, so this, and if you don't basically exclude that and you only get the output then, but it always good to know what is happening behind the scenes. Okay, now let's see sequential chain. And there is one more kind of chains which is simple sequential change. I will not cover that because the difference between them is it will not store the outputs of every prompt, but I want to know what is the capital and then the places also, right? If I use simple sequential chain, it will only give me the places but not this output, right? So I want that also, so I will use sequential chains, and I am sure that you will always use this one only. I don't know why would anyone use simple sequential chain. Okay, so LLM, I think I can copy this, or I don't know, copy this thing. So I'm creating a basically chain here, capital. Well, I can import that also, right? Okay, so I am creating two chains. What is first one is capital chain. It will give me the capital of a country, and the other is places chain. So it should give me the places, top 10 places. So let me write the prompt for it. What are top 10? Okay, my bad, timer is out. Okay, what are top 10 places of this capital city, and here my input should be automatically evaluated by this chaining system, so I don't have to worry where this capital will be coming from. It will obviously come from this template, but I don't have to worry and input this manually, so it will all covered with the sequential chain for me. What are top 10 places of this capital city? Okay, this is good. And now what I can do is run this or create a overall chain first. Here I will use this sequential chain, and chains are, first one is, so order matters here, so you have to run this one first, capital one first, then the places one, and the input I have to give is this country, right? I will copy that country, and the output variables, okay, so my bad, I haven't described or defined these output key for chains. In the first one I will say output key will be capital, and the second one the output key will be places, and you will see where these output keys will be used, and this will be really good to define them. Okay, now I have to run this. I will copy this overall chain, and in the dictionary I have to specify the input variable, which is the country. And the country is, for now, Pakistan. And I will remove that. Basically they are defining example here, so you can check out that also, but in our case things are simple. Okay. First chain will return the capital, second chain will return the places, and they will run in this sequence. Okay, let's run this. First one, the second one, the third, or the overall, we get the error. Okay, don't worry. Expected output variable error not found, review synapses, where are them? Okay, so we haven't removed that or replaced that with our variables. First one is capital, the second one is places. Okay, yeah, it is happening. What is the capital, then what are top 10 places, and this output is, you can see, is already being evaluated by this prompt, and we get the final answer as input variable country Pakistan, then output variables capital and places is this one, right? So places are these, and yeah, if I store these output from AI, you can see it will be a dictionary, right? You can store and do the next step also. So it will be a dictionary, and you can always parse this dictionary in a right manner, right? So in the places, so you have to just output from AI and then hit the places, and you will get the top 10 places, right? So this will help you out when you are using these outputs in your scenarios. Okay, I hope you like this video and you have the concept for chains now in the LangChain. But again saying, as a Python developer, you have many options to deal with this manually, and you can just use your skills. And but there is a inbuilt feature, so why not to use that. Okay, so I will meet you in the next topic, which is agents, and we will cover that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and today we will cover the topic of agents in LangChain. Why we have to use agents? Let's see a practical scenario. So let's say you want to search something on the Google, which is happening right now, and your ChatGPT or any LLM doesn't know about that, right? So as we all know that GPT is restricted or limited to September 2021 knowledge. So we have to search on Google. If we have to search on Google, then what to do? This particular use case is what is being addressed in the agents with the use of Google API, and I want to search for what is the LLM just released by Meta. So Meta just released Llama 2, and this is the LLM which is you can see it is released on 19 July, something like that, right? So 2023, and obviously your ChatGPT doesn't know about that, and I've asked him like what is the name of LLM which Meta just released, and it is saying as of my last knowledge in September 21. I'm not aware of whatever you are asking, right? So what we can do now is use LangChain to address this issue, right? In the documentation I am getting this SERP API wrapper, so what you have to do is just go for SERP API sign up, and you will get a sign up, and you will get a API key which you can use here in the SERP API, right? So I have to copy this first. I'm just creating a model here, LLM. It's simple, I guess. And then I am creating an object for my wrapper. Then I can just do any search. Just 3 lines of code, and you are integrating or connecting your LLM with the real world knowledge of today's world, right? Okay, Obama's first name, I'm not interested in that thing. I want to know the same question which I asked from my this OpenAI ChatGPT website. Let's see what I get. And before that, I want you to know you have to do this thing first. I will come to this syntax later, but let's see. So you have to create a variable SERP API key in the environment, and you have to put your key in that variable. Okay. Let's execute that. Okay, so we are getting Llama 2. But if we just ask our LLM, let me do that, LLM.predict, and I'll ask this same thing. I'll ask this same thing to my simple LLM, my chat model, and let's see. As an AI, I don't have real-time information, but if you are using SERP API or Google Search API, right, you can ask these type of questions. Okay, cool. Now there is one more syntax which can be overall used for the all tools in our LangChain, and this is the syntax. So first you have to import LangChain agents. From LangChain agents you have to import load tools, then initialize agent, then agent type. And this is overall use case where you can specify many tools, like if I can Wikipedia, so that's also my choice, and LLM math, and there are many tools. By the way, you can check that out in the tools section here. Yeah, tools, and you can just check out many tools they are giving us, right? And if I just so here you can see all the calls which you can use, right? Okay, so the same question, now I will include the verbose is equal true, so that I can see how this LLM is reacting. Let's enter. So I need to find out the name of LLM that Meta just released. So action is the search, and the search is being happened on the Google, right? Google search engine. Action input, so this string is being searched on the internet, and then observation, so whatever the result is generating through that search, it is observing that. And thought, I now know the name, so final answer is obviously the name, and the name of LLM recently released by Meta is Llama 2. Okay. So I hope you get the idea, and you can use many tools here. Just write for LangChain agent tools, and you will get many tools here which you can use in the tool section. I am searching for something where they are specifying a list of tools, but I don't know why I am not getting that. But you can always search for that. I think they are doing some changing in the documentation, but there are many tools, I can guarantee you that, like Wikipedia, like YouTube API, and all other things. You can check that out on the documentation. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll meet you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and today we will cover the topic for memory in LangChain, and we will do an experiment for it. And the other topics we have covered already in this series are these ones: agents, chain, prompt templating, and a lot more. So what I have done is I have created a LLM with the chat model of openai, GPT, and now I will do a prediction with it, or give it a prompt. So LLM.predict, and I will say I am opening a restaurant named Del Foods, right? Please recommend me 10 menu items for fast food. So this is my prompt, and obviously I will run it, and it will give me the 10 menu items. Let's run it first. Yeah. It is being executed. Okay, so congratulations on opening the restaurant, and 10 menu items are these ones: classic cheeseburger and other lot of delicious stuff. Okay, now what I will do is ask this LLM that what is the Del Foods? What is Del Foods? I want to know if this LLM has some kind of memory in it, right? But so there is no known company as Dell Foods, because this LLM has no memory integrated with that. So we will now integrate a memory, attach a memory to this LLM so that it can remember all the conversation we are doing with it, right? So I will create a memory markdown, and here we start. Okay. First of all, what we have to do is use a conversation chain, and actually I have already made the template for that in the ramp one. Okay, so if we use that, I will remove all of these, and the memory will be conversation buffer memory. There is many type of this memory you can attach to your LLM, and this can vary to use cases. If you have a lot of conversation being going on, please take a look on that, because it can really cost you a lot if you use inefficient type of memory for your use case. For small ones, you can use conversation buffer memory. And I will create a memory object now. This one. Yeah. Okay. So memory is this, and I will attach this memory into my LLM chain. And let me toggle the word wrap. Okay. So I'm starting a restaurant place. So I will copy this one which I have just written, so that you can take a look at comparison of attaching a memory and not attaching a memory with the LLM. Okay. Conversation dot predict. Conversation is my chain which has memory, and I am predicting something. Okay, let's run this. Human has said that this prompt AI is responding to that. Okay, that's great to hear. Congratulations, Dell Food, and these are the crispy chicken sandwich and a lot of. Okay. 10 items I got, but now I will ask this chain or this LLM that what is Dell Food. Input is what is Dell Foods. Now it should remember that Dell Food is my company or my restaurant name. Let's see that. Okay, Dell Food is the name of restaurant you mentioned earlier. Okay, so now we know that it is remembering this stuff we are saying to it, so it is not starting from very base level 0 on giving it a new prompt. So now it remember this one, and we can start the conversation now, right, with the memory. So this is it for the memory stuff. The next topic will be output parser, how we can get the output in a right manner. Then there will be function calling, then there will be vector bases, and a lot of other stuff is coming. I hope you like the video. You can always refer to the this form if you are working on any custom project, and you can let me know on the WhatsApp or mail to discuss about that. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next video. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer, and today we will cover the topic of output parser in the LangChain. And if you are working on any custom project, you can let me know on the WhatsApp or mail to discuss about that project, or you can fill out this form. All the links are in the description. Okay, let's get started with the structured output parser. How we can get the desired output from the LLM in a structured way so that the randomness of output can be handled. Okay, so that's why we have to use the output parser. Basically, if we want to return multiple fields, let me give you a scenario. So the output parser is the topic, and the other topics we have already covered in this playlist are these ones. Okay, you can check that out on the channel. Okay, so here I am creating a LLM, and I will just rerun this. Okay, now I will specify the scenario. So what I want to do is I want to open a I opened a restaurant, and now I want my LLM to tell me 10 items for fast food. This we have already done in this previous video, I know that, but now I also want, let me open the world wrap. Now I also want 10 items for starters. So one way is you can ask directly to LLM that give me 10 items for fast food, 10 items for starters, and it will do the job for you. But if you want that response in a structured manner, like if I can show you from here as fast food items, and then a list of that 10 items, and then starter items, and then list of that menu, right? Then you have to use this structure output format. Okay, let's get started practically. I will use this documentation, and you can take a look in this link, python.langchain.com. I will copy this line where they are giving me a way to develop the output parser and response schema. Schema is coming from the database concepts, and I will get back to it later. Okay. Not later, here is the schema. We have to use that right now. Okay. The schema is this one. Why my word wrap is not okay. Let me, yeah. So from LangChain.output parser, I have imported the output parser and response schema. I am developing a schema here, and the schema is the variables or outputs we want from our LLM. Okay, so what I want fast food items, and in the description I can say this will be a comma separated list of 10 fast food items for my restaurant, and in the brackets I will say only items names. Okay, this is looking good. And the second thing will be the starters. Okay, and I will copy this because I am lazy. Okay, starters only. This will be a comma separated list of 10 starter items. Okay, do this. Yeah. Okay, cool. But let's see what we are getting from this output parser. Let me execute that and let me run it. So structured output parser is a data structure of the LangChain, and it is giving you the response schema two response schema. One is for fast food, the other is for starters. Okay, cool. But the next line will be creating a format for this output parser. Let's see that. Format instructions, and in the same cell I will print that out. So print format instructions. Okay, let's see. So you can see this whole thing is automatically generated from this output parser, and this will be instruction we will give to our LangChain. We can obviously write it ourselves, but this will be a great shortcut to use when you are using the output parser in LangChain. And this whole structure or the instructions we are giving to LLM is already tested out, that it will always work in the right manner. Okay. Maybe you are writing it yourself, you maybe forgot this colon, this comma and many things, but if you do it with this package, it will always be the same. And you can see it will return you a JSON, we will convert it to a dictionary, and this will be a description of that. Okay. Now let's simply give it to our LLM, and I will not use the prompt template, I will use the F string, and I believe it is the most easy thing which you can use. And I will say I am creating opening, not creating, opening a restaurant named Bell Foods, a famous restaurant, Bell Foods. Please recommend me menu items. So you can see I have not stated anything that I want fast food, I want starters. I have already done that in this response schema. Okay. So what I will do is include that format instructions in my prompt. Yeah, it should work. Wrap, and I will store the response in a variable as response, and LLM, which is this guy here, LLM dot predict, and then I will give this prompt. Okay, let's see. Hit the run. It is being processed. Okay, so we are getting a JSON. If I print this, maybe we can see it something clear, but don't worry, we're gonna parse it just now. Okay, fast forward this and this. What we can do is now we can parse it into a dictionary, just like that. Output dot parser, and then the output. So I will say response as dictionary, output parser dot parse. And what is this output parser? This is this guy here. We have created that, right, with this module of LangChain. Okay, response as get, and this is our output. Oh my god. No. Why it's getting stuck? Yeah. Response as get, and let's see now this response. Okay, so we are successfully getting a dictionary of 10 fast food items and 10 started items. You can see what are the items. Okay, and I can now parse it easily as fast food, and you can see I'm getting that only, and if I check for starters I will get that only. Okay guys, so this is the output parsers, and I hope you like the video. If you like it, please consider subscribing the channel, and if you are working on any custom project you can let me on these contacts. Okay, I will meet you in the next video with some other topics of LangChain or generative AI. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer and welcome to the LangChain series, and the topic we will cover today is query from PDF. Let's see the topic list. We have already covered all of these topics in our previous video. Today we will cover PDF query or chat with your data, and this PDF can be easily replaced with any other data format like CSV, any file directories, folders, HTML, JSON, Markdown. That totally depends on your use case from where you are getting the data. Before that, I want you to know if you are working on any custom project, you can let me know on the WhatsApp or maybe mail on this email address to discuss about that, or you can fill out this form. All the links are in the description. Let's get started with the video. First of all, let me describe this scenario to you. So I have this book.pdf. I have downloaded it from a website on the internet. A Tales of Two Cities. This is by Charles Dickens and it is a book. This website is used to download this, and it is a fictional book, and I am particularly using this fictional book because I don't want that AI answer my questions according to its existing knowledge, and I'm pretty sure that AI don't know about this fiction because it is a random fiction book, so how can I know that? But if I use any simple question, what is LLM, what is this, that, what is transformer, then AI might also have some idea about that. So I will ask that my LLM, after creating the workflow, that what is name of the chapter 1, and it should tell me the period is the name of, and maybe I will ask some question about these paragraphs, right? So I'll do that in a bit. Let's get started with the video. First of all, we have to follow this documentation. You can go to the document loaders and then the PDF. You have to install some libraries. First of all, PyPDF is one of those. Then there is some other libraries, but you will get the option to install them that in a form of error, that no module named and something like that, and you can just pip install that library. Okay. Now the first step is to load the document. I'll copy this format and I will replace, so here in my PDF folder I have this book.pdf, so I will replace that with pdf/book.pdf. This will be the path of my book. Okay, and if I run that, it should load all the content into this variable pages, but we will verify that. Obviously we have 49 pages in total in our book. Let's see the length of these pages. It should give me 49, otherwise this will be wrong, but this is correct, 49. Let's verify some more by examining the text of page 1. So content is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, and you can verify in the page 1 is exactly this. Do we have info books? Yes, we have info books. Okay. We have successfully loaded our PDF using this beautiful function of PyPDF loader, because I have done this manually also, and this takes about 5-7 lines of code, but here it is 2 lines of code, and you even get the metadata with that. How cool is that? Source is this, page is 0, and maybe some other things if we use a better PDF. Okay, now let's see what are the next step. Next step is to set up the OpenAPI key. This is simple. I will just copy this. And all the code will be in the description, so you can check that out. Okay, and first of all I have to import my OpenAI key. So OpenAI key import. I have a variable there which is my OpenAI key, and if I copy this, I copy that. Okay, let me export my OpenAI key into my environment using this line. Now I am good to go. I think I will copy this. Okay, FICE index. FICE is the vectorized database which will be storing our text into vectorized form, and you can take a look on more of it. Vectorize, oh my god, what am I writing? Vectorized database. Yes, Pinecone is also one of them, and you can take a look on any of these articles. Basically what it will do in the short and simple layman term, it will take all of these pages text and convert it into numbers, so that it can be analyzed by your LLM, because you see you have a limit in LLM. You can't exceed that limit when you give the input as form of prompt. So you can't just do that, like you copy all of this stuff and maybe you think like you can copy all of this and give it to your prompt. And let me show you. If I do this chatgpt, it will give me a error. So Control C, it is not even loading. Yeah, let me give it. Yes, prompt may violate our content policy. Acknowledge. Yeah, so it is not processing this prompt because it is really long in form of text. We have to convert it into numbers, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so files index pages is this pages. Let me run this. Okay, so I have my files index. What it is a vector store from LangChain, right? And the vector store we are particularly using is files. There can be other also which can be used, but for this demo purpose we are using files. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to use this to query something. So we have a vector store ready. That means our text is converted into numbers, numerical form, and now we can query. Okay, case 2 is not required for us. What should I query? Let me see the PDF. Okay. I will query chapter 3. Let me ask the name of chapter 3 first of all. I will say, what is the name of chapter 3? Chapter 3. Yeah. So I'm asking my LLM, which knows all of this information in the PDF. What is name of chapter 3? It should give me the night shadows, but let's see the result. How we can see the result now is by using the retrieval QA chain. Okay, I will make you understand in a bit. Let me get it working. Where it is, toggle wrap. Okay. Yeah. And I will not follow this syntax. I will say chain.run and input document is this one, unique docs, not docs, only docs, because this is we are getting in our case. And the question is what is the question? Question is, yeah, I think I have to, what is the question here? Oh my god. I think query should be the question, so this will be question. Yes, obvious. Okay. And I will remove all of that. I think it should work now. We have done quite a lot. And LLM, I have to create LLM also. Okay, let's copy some previous thing, LLM, and I will create LLM. So now I can yes, we can execute that. LLM is there. Okay, let's see what we are getting. Let's wait. Okay, name of chapter 3 is The Night Shadows. We are getting successfully the answer from this book. That's good. Okay. Let's query something else. Let's query something more unique. Okay, let's read something. A wonderful fact to reflect upon: every human creature is constituted to be that profound secret and mystery to every other. Okay. A solemn consideration when I enter a great city by night, that every one of those darkly clustered houses includes its own secret. What question can I ask from this paragraph? I can ask what. I will create a question variable, and I will ask what writer is saying in chapter 3. What writer is saying about the houses when he enter a big city. So I am assuming it will say me that something like the houses are dark and secret, something like that. Okay. let's see, and this question will be replaced by this, and also this here. Let's see. Okay. Every house in a big city holds its own, yes, secrets and mysteries. Yeah. This is what I was expecting, and I think it also knows each and every bit of this book now, so you can query any of your own data into this LLM workflow, right? So I hope you like this video, and if you like, you can consider subscribing to the channel, or you can discuss about any of your project through this form, or directly WhatsApp me. Okay, and I'll meet you in the next video. Thanks for watching.